Hey everybody, here looking at the Mid-Tower Deluxe, and have a look what's on the screen. Yes, I'm having to do a hard disk copy, and that's because the two Seagate hard drives in my array configuration are getting bad sectors. Not just one of them, but both of them. The 2 terabyte backup is fine, though it's also a Seagate, but the two 1 terabyte Seagate drives in my RAID are starting to fail. The amazing thing about it is when you get just one bad sector on that hard drive, or at least one that makes the AMD RAID Expert show BSL accessed on disk, the Windows Backup and Restore utility is about useless, because what happens is it'll fail the backup and say device was not ready. So even though I had a backup from Sunday of, this week, today is Saturday, I can no longer access that backup because the virtual hard drive image that the Backup and Restore utility creates is now useless because it tried to back up again and the backup failed. So I had to format my 2 terabyte backup drive, and I am using EasyUS Partition Master to manually copy my partitions from my RAID to my backup drive. Yes, the drive is still working, but it's questionable how much longer it's going to work. And let me see if it tells you. Well, here it says 0 kilobyte and bad sectors, but let me go and show you something in just a moment. Now I've actually got some printouts over here to send back to Seagate. Basically this here, explaining that I did 2 separate RMAs for 2 drives. Now basically I wrote the serial numbers of each drive down. I did printouts of RAID Expert. But basically what would happen is, within Windows you see a pop-up saying BSL accessed on disk at at LB, on say disk whatever on whatever target in the LBA, all that kind of stuff. And you can go into the RAID Expert utility, which is a web interface, and look at the bad sector log. This is the one that just started to get bad sectors today. We have 1 here at this given LBA. But look at this one. This is the other one. We have 5 now, up from 1 from last week. So yeah, anyways, you notice they're Seagate hard drives. This is not my first time having this sort of issue with Seagate hard drives. The last ones I had, one of those began to fail smart status, so I RMA'd that one drive in and got a replacement and rebuilt my RAID. And everything else from there on was okay. But in a system I built, well actually no, a system I serviced, bought 2 Seagate hard drives for it. Within 3 months one failed, and within another 2 or 3 months the other one failed. So I had to RMA both those drives and get replacements. And another instance, in a system I built back in 2010, I received back to resell to another person one of the hard drives in that system, which is Seagate, failed smart. So I had to replace that hard drive, and that hard drive was out of warranty. And to be honest with you, Seagate used to be a reputable brand. You used to get very good products from them. And it seems like nowadays Western Digital and Hitachi are the better of the hard drive brands. I mean, for an example, I bought a hard drive in 2006. It's a Western Digital Caviar SC 160 gig hard drive. Here it is, 2014. That hard drive is still in service. Yeah, 8 years later, that hard drive is still in service. It's now on my neighbor's computer, and it still works just fine. No problems at all. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever had any problems out of Western Digital products. But of course, the reason why I had chosen Seagate was for decent performance and the cheapness of the drives. I mean, they were a bit more, they were a lot less expensive than Western Digital's. But as you can see, it seems like when it comes to hard drives, you get what you pay for. And not only the decrease in quality of Seagate's products, I've noticed that their warranties are also getting worse. Like, for example, the hard drives I bought back in 2009, I believe. Yeah, those had 3-year warranties on them. Used to be you had 5-year warranties on pretty much all your drives, but nowadays it's 3 years on your consumer grade hard drives and 5 years on your enterprise drives. But these drives here, I bought those in 2012, so not even 2 years old getting there, and the 1 terabyte's already starting to fail. Those hard drives only have 2-year warranties on them. Yeah, 2-year warranties. That's pretty bad in my opinion. And if you go to Best Buy or somewhere and buy Seagate hard drives, they have 1-year warranties, even though they're retail box hard drives. These hard drives here were bare drives from Newegg. So it's definitely safe to say that my next hard drive purchase will not be from Seagate. And if it costs a lot more to buy hard drives, I'll just fork out the extra cash to do it. But I'm gonna be buying Western Digital the next time I upgrade the storage space in the Metallic Deluxe, or if I build any more systems. Honestly, I am done with Seagate. Because honestly, the only one that I haven't had a problem with was one of my 500 gigs in 2009 and the 500 gig solid state hybrid drive in my 1525 Dell. Haven't had any problems out of it. I believe I've had it since 2012 or 2011. And it's worked just fine. So anyways, I know it's kind of a long rant video, but as you can see, I am now in the process of copying over all my files. About 1.3 terabytes worth of files to my backup drive, and I've already ordered replacement drives from Seagate. This time I did advanced RMA and forked over $20 for it. So that way they would send me 2 replacement hard drives. I would install them and I would have return labels for the bad ones. So yeah, anyways, if you're thinking about buying a Seagate hard drive such as an ST1000D M003, be warned, because these hard drives here were not neglected in any way, shape, or form. This system runs all the time, which is generally better for hard drives because you're not experiencing big temperature swings in the metals of the disk. And these drives have pretty much fallen flat on their face. Bad sectors. So just be warned, because they still do sell. I mean, as of late May 2014, you can go to pretty much almost any computer shop or Newegg or Tiger Direct and buy a Seagate ST1000D M003 hard drive. So anyways, thanks for watching.